Yeah, we are still waiting here. Still waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. It can be 5 o'clock in the evening when it is our time. But many chauffeurs, eh? I could already be in Moscow. But okay. Sometimes it takes longer. You cannot have everything, you know? But what I don't understand is why still here is laying snow. It is now 90 degrees, 16 until 19. You see everywhere ice. Not on the other side, that's all gone. And they say, yeah, but the sun is not shining there. I don't know if you can see it, but the sun is full shining there. And ice won't melt. So, and if you see there, behind me, it is full in the sun. It still don't melt. So, I don't know if this snow or chemtrail or other shit, because now you don't see stripes, but you have times you see only stripes. But okay. Call me stupid. So I walk into the gate. I'm sorry for the wibbling. We are waiting, and you can see it. They say you must be awake 2 hours before you are driving through the gate. They say between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the morning. It's now almost 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna ask them how long it's gonna take. Waiting. Good morning all. Now finally we are in Russia. 30 hours wake. Then I must go to the scan. Back. They opened everything. Back to the scan. Back. Again opened everything. I must show everything. I have a drone, a really good drone, never flew, so it was brand new. That's a problem here. So the guy was checking it with a magnifying glass, and he saw on the propellers nothing. So he told me in broken English, okay, du magst behalten. Als je eenmaal gevlogen had, was ik kwijt. He says you can have it, no problem. If I have flow one time with it, it was gone. Ja, ik moest jetzt German spreken, talking, and English and the Netherlands. So, and I'm very tired. 30 hours not sleeping is no fun. The little one only crying, waiting in a locker or whatever that was. It was not nice. I closed the door because the small sticky muggen, they suck your blood. Yeah, but okay. I tried to tell him this is our home, so all the stuff what in here I had it already for years. Now they took a night vision goggle, my pail and bow. Now, expert says never used. The snare is new, old, on stuff, moisture on it, and so you cannot use it anymore because if he pulls and let go, it breaks. It says it's only for decoration. And the knives. I get a butcher knife here, so you can do it in the wood. You can, yeah, it's a very good one. I have it on my boat. I have it for 15 years now. Was not funny. I get other knives you can do on your side. Rambo knives. Not good. And then the wedding started. You must fill in so many papers. That's not funny. Really, it's not funny. I am 3 hours busy to make papers, to sign them, to read them. I had a offline app, translator, all the language downloaded that I needed. You must have internet. You don't have internet here. If you're not from Russia, you don't have internet. You don't have a phone. It doesn't work. Starlink doesn't work. They block it. So then you must search. We're going now to Moscow to get I'm sorry. 30 hours not sleeping is make you tired, eh? And old. You can see my eyes. It is nice here, but on the border. But okay, you need a GMS card, telephone card, and an internet card. Very expensive. 10 gigabyte, 50 euros. Minimum. And it goes quick. You must use tunnel apps. Otherwise you can have nothing see from Europe. Nothing. No WhatsApp, no Amazon, no Facebook, no crap. That's nice. So I don't see the shit what's happening now in the Netherlands or in Europe. But yeah. The television antenna, the doesn't work. So I have an antenna on my roof, around 3,500 euros. Doesn't work. And all the things. Yeah, she's also not happy. Eh? Sleeps 10 minutes. No, and they let you wait. Eh? But okay, it's fine. I'm tired. It's now almost 3:30, so 3:30 in the midday, and I must go to sleep. But if I now sleep, I am awake at night, and then my whole rhythm is damaged. So I try to stay up the best way I can. It's heavy. Oh, silver, don't take it over the border. I get a paper out, it is allowed, because I have many silver, and I use silver for backup. If something has happened, if your bank card is not working here, so if my money is gone, I need a backup. If my engine is broke, I need a backup. If my gearbox break, I need a backup. If I blow up my tires, I need a backup. But if your credit card doesn't work, you have no backup. So I told them, the silver I have is pure backup. So I can always get home, you know? Ah, okay. That one guy was very friendly. Other ones not. On the border, and now I understand it. It's not to rip them off. I understand it, you know? Because cocaine, Ukraine, where every villager put his money in. Yeah, we don't do it, but our government's doing. And we are very close to it. 300 kilometers, and we are in cocaine. Yes, I say how it is. Because the borders by Turkey were closed, we didn't see our other way to get here. So that's why we took this road. Russia is very beautiful, yes. But if you are from Holland and you're living in your van, don't go. 30 hours waiting, explaining. Hey, sweetie. She's also tired, eh? But full energy. I am tired and I'm done. She is tired, sleep 10 minutes and the battery is full. I slept 10 hours. I gonna sleep 10 hours and I think my battery is empty. Ja, poepie, kijk. But, okay. Russia is nice, but now in this time, don't do it. In this time, I understand. No. Yeah, I'm now a little bit grumpy, eh? And now a nice woman and a grumpy old man living here. And that's true. I drive 11 hours to get to my point. And they say your border is 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock in the morning. So you must be 2 hours up front. You must be, if you are not in time up front, you lose your trip and you pay for nothing. Then you must do everything over again. So we're driving. By the border, 2 hours rest. So in that 2 hours I slept. I was already awake for minimum 16 hours. I did 2 hours sleep. And then I get a message. Sorry, we have a delay. Takes 7 hours. But you must wait here. And you must be behind your steer. So the car is going 1 for 1 for 1 and you must close up. So you cannot sleep. You know what I mean? And then you stand behind around 100 trucks and around 100 cars between you. It is one lane. So say 200 vehicles minimum. It was a very long. It was around 5 kilometers long trip. You cannot park because then you lose your place. And then you are too late on your border. I'm waiting from 7 o'clock in the morning until around 10 o'clock in the evening. I was at the border. The first border. You have 1, 2, 3 connections in Letland. And you have 4 stops in Russia. I was by the first. So around 1 o'clock we passed the Russian side. We are on the Russian side. And there they check everything. All your papers, insurance, car license, everything, really everything they check. Not funny. So the day went on. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. And then the whole shit begins. 30 hours long. And now at the stop, you pay €1.50 for 1 day, 24 hours. But I don't want to sleep now, because if I sleep now, it is now almost 4 o'clock in the midday. Then I'm 3 o'clock awake, and then I sleep not anymore. And that's my rhythm. It's not good, you know. So I try to keep awake. Try not to be grumpy. But I'm not 24 anymore. Huh? Then one night over, 2 nights, no problem. Now 1 night over, second day I'm dead. You know what I mean? My battery is red, almost low, 5%. But yeah, they ask you really everything. Where are you going? What is your route? What is your purpose to be here? What are you gonna do here? How you get money? How many money you have? I said I have around 3,000 cash. Oh, that's very low. I said, I know. I said, but I have on my bank, I have more. But our banks in Europe, you have a maximum you can take out. Otherwise, they block your account and they say, where are you putting your money? Why you get it off your account? So that's why I bought silver, because they don't check it by the bank, you know. So I bought for a very big amount. I bought silver as backup. So I have money on my bank, yeah, but our card doesn't work here. So now we must go to Russia to find a bank who cooperate working together. Yeah, she's also tired. With Europe, otherwise you have a problem. You cannot get on your money. And then I need the silver. Yeah. Not funny. I almost asked him, give me a cup of coffee, but no. Yeah, it is very difficult here. And everything with Europe, the West, is down. Everything. Bank, telephone, internet, you cannot call it, is down. Your car insurance is down. All that kind of stuff is here down. So you must buy, for the 3 months we are here, buy insurance. It's not so expensive as in Holland, but it's extra money. Then the cost that Turkey says borders closed, I must drive a very long way from Turkey to Germany, Denmark, and then you're losing much money with the diesel price of €2.50, some places €3, some places €3 per liter, and this one is 75 at 100. So 75 liters at 100 kilometers. So I must build in my HHO system. I must build it in, but where we are in our destination, I search for an iron shop and order there 100 plates, and I make my system. But here it's very cheap. I saw here by the pump 57 cents a liter. So €0.5 in the Netherlands. So 2 liters is €1. How it is possible? If you're going on the freeway, you pay 80 cents a liter. In Holland, you pay on the freeway, you pay €3. If you go into a village, you pay $2.75. You know what I mean? The fun is gone, eh? But we are safe. We are here in Russia. Today we do nothing. Tomorrow we're going to drive 675 kilometers to Moscow. My offline maps doesn't work. It requires internet, and they are offline. So who the fuck said somebody make an app, offline translator, offline maps? It doesn't work. They need internet. And if you don't want to use internet, the app is for free, but then you pay around 60 euros a month for a fucking offline map. No. So buy paper maps. It's the only thing you can do. Then you are much cheaper and have it up to date. Nah, I'm gonna walk because here they are all tired now. We all are tired. And Kimberley doing now things she normally doesn't do, and now she do. She knows not go push the laptop, not touch the remotes, as she do. When we are cooking, we have eggs. She touch the plate. Now we have luck. The plates are very cold, even it is baking, but the plate itself, the top, stays cold. Otherwise, she has burnt fingers, you know. She know she mustn't do, but she do it. She's too tired. But we all are, and you can see it. I try to laugh, but with pain in my heart. Okay, folks. If you want to do this trip, be prepared. Yeah. And in this time, I say take another route. Don't do this trip, because yeah, they search your whole vehicle. And also a guy next to me was 30 hours next to me, to the scan and back, and to the scan and back, and all the closets must be open. If you have a belt bucket, you must take it out. Everything. Your laptops must go out, and I have one backup laptop, one laptop with the maps, all maps, and one gaming laptop where I do the videos, because Blender is better than the crap of for Microsoft. But you must put it outside on a bench, and it is from 90 degrees in 20 minutes? No, 10 minutes. 90 degrees -9. You know? 20 degrees different. So 20 degrees different. And that's cold. And your equipment doesn't like it. Be careful with knives, with bow and arrow. That kind of stuff, don't take it with you. A night vision camera, binoculars, don't take it with you. They take it in and you must sign more papers, more and more and more. It takes me almost 4 hours to fill in all papers. They are not in English, they are not in other language, they are in Russia. I had an app, if I make a picture, he translated. No, offline, no. So I must search for somebody who speaks English. And I hope I can trust him. He read it, he says to me what it is, and I fill it in. 4 hours. But okay, we get our passports back, and we are done. Now, we're sitting 1 kilometer away from the border on a parking place. I'll let you see it later on when I wake up more tomorrow morning, and I video it where we are standing. And tomorrow we drive to search for a bank who trade silver, because yeah, our bank accounts doesn't work. And I don't want to spend all the money I have in my pocket in one time, you know. But diesel is here very cheap. I put it for 120 euros, my tank full. So, yeah, I gotta test the diesel here. I gotta check it, and if it is good. I put my backup tank, 650 liters. And then I have enough to make a long journey. Because I don't know if I see fuel tanks stations between. I think so, but it's a very busy way. But yeah, my app says no. But okay, we will see tomorrow. So, we are in Russia. We're staying here. I have a parking place. €1.50. But still, you see snow. And they don't use salt here, they use sand. And that's best. But it is now 18 above zero, 18 above plus. And still you see snow. Not everywhere, because if you see into the woods, you see nothing. Yeah, a little bit there. So, a little bit there, you see? And here, you see the chemtrail snow. And yeah, call me stupid. You have here a pump. 1 liter in euros. 75 cents. So, for €1, you have 2 liter. Yeah, you have 2 liters for €1. So, you see it? No, I cannot zoom. 75 cents. I make a picture and then I show it to you. And I show it to you and then yeah, it's nice, very quiet here. You have a small house, tiny home. You see, tiny home. See, trucks, sleepy. I just stopped my generator. My solar panels are very dirty. So, yeah. But everything is here sand, so you get very dirty. At night I'm gonna sleep, I hope. I hope now good. I'm very tired. But Russia is very beautiful. Nothing to say about that. But if you use the borders, Letland and Russia are no friends. All because Brussels. Well, the little one goes to sleep, so I'm going inside, shower, and I go to sleep too. Good night. very long way. Straight up. You see only trees. Nice. There. Everywhere. Moscow is not good for a big camper. So if you have a big camper, 10 meters or longer, don't go to Moscow. You cannot park, you cannot do anything. So if you have a car, you can go. But with a truck, you can't go into Moscow. Okay, it's very nice. I think 90% here is woods. That's nice. In the city, no, nothing for me. Into the woods. That's something for me and for my wife. We don't like many crowds. That's Moscow or big cities. Nothing. 225 kilometers straight away. And home. My fuel tank wants to do it. Okay. We will see. You see not many pump stations, so never mind. Everything comes okay. Watch the view.
Hij doet er vast maar aan.
Geradeaus?
Ja.
Okay.
Maar dan erst de Lockerstoff. Nein.
Geradeaus, hè?
Geradeaus.
Okay.
Dat is überhaupt groter. Jetzt ist ein bisschen das hier.
Ja, ook heel veel kerken.
Ja, da können wir ja nochmal hingehen. So, jetzt hier runterfahren. Unten aufpassen, Fußgänger.
Waar moet je gaan varen?
Weiter geradeaus.
Geradeaus, okay.
Und nach dem Fußgängerüberweg geht's rechts weg.
Naar rechts, okay.
Recalculate.
der Straße. Links.
Wieder links.
Rechts, meine ich.
Hier rechts, hè?
Rechts. Und langsam, weil da ist jetzt so gleich.